Hello people, I am back with another video. I know I've been gone a bit. I'm a private person. I don't really talk about shit too much, but it was big enough that I had to take some time off, and since today I was back to feeling myself a little bit, I thought I would come on here, maybe film something, and that will definitely help me and also some of the very nice people who have been leaving comments here and there and asking if I was well and wishing me well. Well, I want them to know that I appreciate it more than you know, and we're in this together. So let's get on with today's agenda. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do first because I have some heavier topics in mind that I want to talk about later on. So today I'm just starting off with something a little simpler. I wanted to talk about collection design. Just some thoughts about how brands design collections, what goes on in their mind. Of course, we can only guess because we don't work in that industry. At least I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some makeup from Melt Cosmetics' recent launches for the holidays and see what I think that collection should have been, and talk about some other collections that are coming out recently, like right now, and see whether we think it's good or what kind of products should have been in there or shouldn't be in there. So let's get on with it. So first of all, I want to show you these two collections from Melt Cosmetics. As you can see with the stickers on the zippers still, I haven't been able to play with these at all. When I did receive them, I thought I had a few thoughts on how this collection could have been done just a little differently. So I will talk about that and put the makeup on, and then we will go and discuss the Twilight collection that is coming by Colourpop pretty soon. They've been showing some sneak peeks here and there. There are a lot of people invested in this collaboration of Colourpop with Twilight, so we'll talk about that too. First off, I want to say that when this collection launched, this one, the Halloween Town one, I was quite excited. I thought this was something interesting that they haven't done in a while, and there used to be a Beetlejuice collection, but I wasn't that much into purchasing makeup back then. So I missed out on that and I always regretted it. So when this one came, I was like, yes, I want all of it, and I did get all of it. And after just a little while, they announced the Christmas Town collection, which is this one right here. It was the same price. For the collectors, they would need to have both of these, but it was a bit much to launch both of these so close to each other, but nevertheless, I got it anyway. Personally, I thought the two bags were excessive. I would have preferred just one bag. These are good quality, but they're a little weird. Like this one has this detail and this detail, and it has two handles here. Whereas this one, the interior is the same, but this one has just this detail, and this one is kind of insignificant. And this has just one handle. So I'm not sure what was going on when they thought about this, because what I'm trying to think is, how do they design collections that are cohesive and make sense in terms of the IP that they're trying to capture the essence of? So this one is purple inside. This is the Christmas Town one. It has the little ghost dog. I forget the name. Zero, yes. So when these came out, I did actually watch the movie. I never had. It's one of those movies that are a cultural icon. I didn't grow up in this culture, so I had no idea of the significance of it. But getting back to the makeup aspect of it. So for Halloween Town, they did this eyeshadow palette. They did a mirror, then the highlighter with the nice imprint on it. The two liners, this one is more of an orange and this one is more of a metallic red, I think. Then there's two lipsticks. One of them is like a deep burgundy and the other one is like a burnt orange. So far so good. Personally, I would have preferred some variety in the gel liners, but that's okay. This is fine. Then comes this collection, the Christmas Town collection. So personally, I prefer the interior of this one. This is more purple and orange. This goes very well with the Halloween theme as well. So I would have preferred just one bag because these bags are pricey. You're paying melt prices. I'm just looking at the pieces and trying to make sense how this was designed so we can compare it to some other collections. Now, the first one came with a highlighter and this one comes with half a blush and half what I think is a highlighter. It says Duo Cream Blush Light and Highlight. If this were a full blush, I would have been okay with it because then it would complement the highlighter. So one highlighter, one blush. The blush isn't nearly as special as the highlighter. There's no imprint in there. I would have preferred another imprint. That would have been nice. And it could have had something similar to this on the imprint. That would have really balanced out both these. I like what they did here. So instead of the gel liners from the first collection, for the Christmas Town collection, what they did was these glitter eye gels. One of these is a little bluey, the other is like a white with a gold kind of shift. So that's excellent. I think that really goes in tandem with what they did previously. That is a nice change. It's a nice complement to what they did previously. Now for the lipsticks. Now this lipstick is another burgundy kind of color, but it's more to the purple side. But I don't think it's sufficiently different from the one they did in the Halloween Town collection. Now, look at these. How much difference do you see? They're both very blackened. I think they could have gone a different route with this. This burgundy could be fine for Halloween, but this could have been a little bit more purple, like the outer packaging. That would have been pretty cool. Something a little brighter, a brighter purple. Now the second shade is a deep green shade. This I have nothing against. I think this is quite a unique color. I would be okay wearing this. At least they took some risks with the colors because I'm sick of seeing the same colors over and over. Same nudes, same pinks. For the Christmas Town palette, this is what they did. This isn't entirely Christmassy with the addition of the purple, but the reds and the yellow greens, they're fine. I think this is a nice palette. Personally, I'm fine with inclusion of the two eyeshadow palettes. These are the two palettes side to side. I think there's enough color variation in there to make it worthwhile to have both of these, at least for me. There is a mirror in the first collection, and in the second collection, they had these brushes, two brushes. They're very pretty. They were heavily overpriced, so I didn't pick them up. I think they should have included the brushes in this collection just to complement, the accessory that they did in the first one. But yeah, that is where they lacked, in my opinion. And I think they should have done just one bag because these are quite bulky bags. And I think they can accommodate all of the items in both the collections. Let's test that theory. I have unboxed everything because with the boxes you probably can't fit it in. But when these come to you, the boxes and everything is inside the bags. So maybe if they sent the bags separately and people would unbox them first, maybe they'll all fit in here. Because I think that can be done. Hold on. So we put the two eyeshadow palettes. Damn, these are heavy. They're very angular. And yes, you can fit everything in one bag. It is a little heavy, but it's fine. It's got two of these handles, and I think this would have been enough. So I'm going to paint my face really quickly, and then we can move on to some other collections that have been launched recently and see how they were designed, what could have been done better. Now let's move on to some other collections that may or may not have been designed that well. Let's first of all talk about the Twilight collection. So I'm just looking at the palette and I'm kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. So let's start with their previous sneak peeks first. Now, the first product that they showed were lip oils. Now, the colors of the lip oils and of course the packaging, they're quite nice, but as you know, they are lip oils. Lip oils barely have any color payoff at all. It's one of the items in my collection that I own the least of. Now there's a blue one, there's kind of a black one, there's a red one, but they all look pretty similar on the lips. I would have preferred matte lipsticks because that is the vibe of the movie. So deep, darker colors, maybe a navy blue, maybe a dark green, and maybe a dark red. Maybe not a burgundy, but something deep and dark. That is the essence of the movie. Now, you're always welcome to share your thoughts. It could also be matte liquid lipsticks because they have some staying power when it comes to deeper colors. If you're doing deep colors, they shouldn't be smudging all over the place. So instead of a bullet lipstick that could potentially transfer, they could have done deeper colored matte liquid lipsticks. That's just my 2 cents. I don't think glossy lips or that kind of vibe would have been suitable for this one. Next, they have 2 Super Shocks. Now, these I really like. So the white with the blue purpley shift, that's really pretty. And there's like a silver with a blue. I think these are fine. I like these. These are on point. I can't really think of something that would have been better, but these I think are fine for the purpose. Super Shocks are one of their most popular products, and I think this is fine. I'm okay with these. Next, they came out with Soul Body Oil, and this is like a white glittery kind of finish. I like the idea. I definitely like the idea. I just wish it were just a little bit more silvery, but this one is fine. This is perfectly fine. I think this does the job. This connects with the movie itself, and it's a hit. Next, there are graphic ink liners, especially those liquid liners where you put the thingy into the little pot. I don't like those. I tried these that were included in the Star Wars collection and I did not like these. The formula is a little bit irritating, and while the colors are nice, I wish they'd do like a higher quality pen liner. That would have been much better, but the colors are fine. One is a red, one is a green, one is a black, and they seem a little sparkly. It's fine. I think a graphic liner in this kind of collection is a good addition because you want those winged liner kind of looks or something a little bit more edgy, which is kind of the vibe of the movie. After this, the sneak peeks became kind of nonsensical. They really dragged it out with the palette. It was very annoying, so I left. So I let Instagram be for a day or so because I knew they were gonna take their sweet time revealing the palette. and now we get to the palette finally. So this is the eyeshadow palette. These are very light shades. They're kind of pastel-y in this video, and they're kind of earth toned, many of them. The blues aren't blue enough, the greens aren't that green. It's not deep enough. There's no red or burgundies. The shimmers are like taupes or grays or champagnes. I'm not sure where they were going with this. Maybe a deeper purple shimmer, or maybe a maroon or burgundy shimmer could have been nice. Maybe a deep blue. Because the outer packaging is really nice. I don't like the inner picture they have, but the outer packaging with the trees and stuff, those are nice. I typically don't like people printed on any kind of packaging, makeup packaging that I own. So this is kind of a dud for me. But the green shimmer in the middle, right in the center, that one I like. So I wish it had been, first of all, I wish there had been more variety in colors. Whatever your thoughts are, you are free to share them with me. So these are my thoughts about the Twilight collection, and of course how collections are made, what products should be included, what shouldn't be. Because let's face it, there are a lot of releases, especially last year. It went absolutely nuts in the holiday season, especially a little before Halloween to Christmas. It was crazy, and brands just keep throwing all of these kinds of things and packaging it and selling it, and people keep buying it. Like, I'm trying to be a more mindful consumer throughout whatever I've learned in the past few months, I should say. That has been one of the journeys I've been on, and I would suggest you to do the same. That is going to be my next video, where I will be talking about some of the struggles as a consumer in this beauty industry and how we can try to be mindful about our purchases. That is all for now, and hopefully I will be back soon enough. So see you soon.